In the heart of effervescent 16th century Italy, in the picturesque city of Pisa, a child was born who would mark a before and after in the history of science: Galileo Galilei. The son of Vincenzo Galilei, a talented lutenist and music theorist, from his earliest years Galileo demonstrated an extraordinarily restless mind, a curiosity that seemed to have no limits. Far from ordinary children's games, Galileo was irresistibly drawn to the mysteries of the world around him. The intricate patterns of the constellations, the seemingly capricious movement of objects, everything became a fascinating enigma that his young mind longed to unravel. His father, although initially hoping that his son would follow in his footsteps into the world of music, soon recognized Galileo's innate talent for mathematics and science, a spark that shone with unusual intensity. This seed of curiosity, planted in his childhood, would eventually germinate into a life dedicated to the tireless pursuit of knowledge. His early studies at the prestigious University of Pisa, although initially focused on medicine by his father's command, failed to stifle his true passion. Meticulous observation, rigorous experimentation, and logical reasoning became his favorite tools, and the vast universe, his personal laboratory. The first flashes of his genius were already evident, marking the beginning of a trajectory that would forever change our understanding of the cosmos. Galileo, the curious child who marveled at the world, was about to transform into Galileo, the pioneer who would challenge conventions and open new paths for science. His thirst for knowledge, fueled by an insatiable curiosity, would drive him to question the established and seek answers beyond the obvious. In later life, Galileo Galilei had established himself as a bold scientist, a revolutionary thinker who was not afraid to challenge preconceived ideas. His appointment as professor of mathematics at the prestigious University of Padua provided him with the ideal platform for his ambitious research. It was there that, inspired by the recent invention of the telescope, he built his own instrument, perfecting it until it became an unprecedented tool for astronomical observation. With this telescope, Galileo turned his gaze to the heavens, revealing a universe far more complex and fascinating than had been previously imagined. He discovered the mountains and craters of the Moon, the phases of Venus, and the 4 moons that orbit Jupiter, irrefutable evidence that contradicted the geocentric view of the universe, the deep-rooted belief that the Earth was the center of everything. His findings, published in his influential work Sidereus Nuncius, caused a stir in the scientific community and in society at large, challenging centuries-old ideas and the power of the Church. A man of firm convictions and a sharp mind, Galileo vehemently defended Nicholas Copernicus' heliocentric model, which placed the Sun at the center of the solar system, an idea that was considered heresy at the time. His ideas, revolutionary for his time, led him into an inevitable confrontation with the ecclesiastical authorities, who saw in his discoveries a direct threat to their authority and to the traditional interpretation of the Holy Scriptures. Despite opposition, persecution, and pressure to recant his ideas, Galileo never gave up his quest for truth, proving that science, based on rigorous observation and logical reasoning, was the only sure path to true knowledge. His courage and commitment to truth made him a symbol of the fight for freedom of thought and scientific independence. Galileo Galilei's legacy transcends his time and continues to inspire generations of scientists and thinkers around the world. His discoveries not only revolutionized astronomy and physics, but also laid the foundations for the modern scientific method, a way of investigating the world based on observation, experimentation, and the formulation of hypotheses that can be tested and verified. His insistence on direct observation and empirical evidence as fundamental pillars for the construction of knowledge forever changed the way we understand the universe and our place in it. Galileo, despite the persecution and house arrest he suffered in his later years, never stopped believing in the power of science to illuminate the darkness of ignorance. His courage in challenging established ideas, his tenacity in the search for truth, and his commitment to reason are a source of inspiration for scientists and thinkers of all disciplines and in all eras. Today, centuries after his death, his name remains synonymous with curiosity, innovation, intellectual courage, and the fight for freedom of thought. His ideas, although at the time considered dangerous and subversive, have been confirmed by modern science, proving that the path to truth may be difficult and full of obstacles, but that in the end it always prevails. Galileo taught us that the universe is an open book, waiting to be read by those who dare to look with curious eyes, an open mind, and a critical spirit. His legacy reminds us that the search for knowledge is a continuous journey, a path that we must follow with passion, determination, and the conviction that the truth, although sometimes elusive, always ends up revealing itself. Galileo, the pioneer who challenged the heavens, continues to light our way to the stars, guiding us with his example of courage and his insatiable thirst for knowledge.